Stages Houston is always putting on amazing performances, and Das Barbecue is no different. This comedy is going to have you stomping your feet, slapping your knees, and laughing out loud. It reimagines Wagner's epic music drama, The Ring Cycle, as a hilarious Texas hootenanny. By the way, I've always wanted to say hootenanny out loud. Say it with me, hootenanny. Das Barbecue is playing now through June 1st, so get your tickets and watch 5 incredible actors transformed into over 30 outrageous characters. Hold on to your hats, y'all, and get your tickets at stageshouston.com today. Today on CityCast Houston. Ready or not, our first taste of that iconic Houston summer heat is coming. So to help you keep cool, we're playing back our draft of the best cold treats and desserts with the head ice cream slinger at Underground Creamery, Josh DeLeon. Before we get started, our CityCast Houston Summer Road Tripping Guide is live at houston.citycast.fm and in Hey Houston. Today's featured destination is Bandera, the cowboy capital of the world. Every Friday night, you can watch the Riding on Faith 2025 Summer Series Rodeo. Plus, Bandera has live music almost every night, incredible nature experiences like hikes, and some of the darkest skies in Texas, so you can see every single star. Start planning your road trip at banderacowboycapital.com. It's Wednesday, May 14th. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. Josh, welcome into CityCast Houston, man. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Before we get to our cold treats draft, which I will explain in just a second, I wanted to ask you about Underground Creamery because you've built up such a cool following in the Houston food scene with it because of those unique flavors, but you've also changed the way customers can get the products by doing a limited release every week. So basically, customers have to reserve their pints of ice cream when your weekly menu goes live, and then they have to pick them up. If they don't get it in time, they're out of luck. It's like a sneaker drop for all my sneakerheads out there. Has this been frustrating for customers?
This time and age, I think the customers understand what we're trying to do. It was frustrating before because it's at the time when I started, it was a very unique thing. Pop-ups were happening all over the place, and all these pop-ups don't have all the resources. They don't have restaurants to produce out of. A lot of them are producing out of their house. I think people are a lot more understanding, especially the way the quality is compared to the grocery store or even other shops. It's very apparent the way I do things. And just a little correction, we scaled up to like about 1,000 pints a week now, but it's still selling out quite a bit. But right now we've made it a little bit more accessible by stocking Pudgies. So if you come into Pudgies cookies, you can grab a pint or 2 or 6 or 8. As far as the drops go, those are the more tailored ice cream flavors that we make. We work really hard to make those flavors. It's more detail oriented, more unique. It's more of a complete dessert. So yeah, that's the gist of Underground Creamery. I started it out of my apartment. It was kind of underground, kept it low key, and we kept it the same 4 years later.
It's so cool. I'm not going to lie, Josh. I think I was one of those customers in the early days sending some hate messages because I love your product. I love Underground Creamery. And anytime I would miss out, I'd be like, man, come on. I really want this. And that's why I was so excited to bring you on today because you are out and about in the city. You are trying out different desserts and cold treats. So you are the perfect person to join me in this cold treats draft.
Perfect.
So the way we're going to do this, Josh, is you and I are actually going to draft cold treats from around the city. And this draft can be a category, but what I do want when you pick a category is an actual restaurant or place as well. You're going to start it off, then I'll pick, and then we'll go back and forth for 5 rounds. And at the end, we'll look at the whole thing. And then, of course, listeners can send us a message on Instagram and let us know who won this awesome cold treats draft. So, Josh, you're the guest. As I mentioned, you will go first. What is your first pick in the cold treats draft?
Ice cream scoop shop. Let's start there.
Okay.
I like Milk and Sugar Creamery a lot. They're in line with what my own business is, and I feel like they need as much love as they deserve. Love those guys. Heart of Glass is one of my favorite things to get at a scoop shop. It's a cream cheese ice cream with house-made cinnamon and sugar blondies. I'm a chunky guy when it comes to my ice cream, so there's some disagreements there with the purists. So yeah, that's my first pick with Scoop Shop.
All right, going to the scoop shop. That's a good start right there. For me, my first pick, you can't have summers without snow cones. And I am drafting snow cones. And one of my favorites is Hershey's in Stafford. So they have huge portions, they have delicious syrups. It's literally a snow cone shack off of Highway 90 in Stafford. And you can only pay cash, so you know that's legit. And what I love the most about their snow cones, Josh, is that they layer in the condensed milk throughout the snow cone. So they're not just doing that cheap, only on top condensed milk stuff. No, they are layering it in like 5 or 6 times. It is so good. And here's the next best thing about this place. You can drive down the street and go get Tornado Burger as well. So you can get a full experience with one of the best burgers in the city with Tornado Burger, and then go to Hershey's Snow Cones. Boom, you're done. That's my number one pick. Woo, come on.
That's an activity I have yet to do. I got to check that out when I go to the Stafford area.
Let's do it. Number one pick, I'll go with you. We're going to enjoy some snow cones and burgers. Hey, what's your second pick?
Second pick is Bingsu at Snowy Dessert in Bel Air Boulevard. I get the Bingsu with condensed milk and mangoes, and sometimes I throw a strawberry in there. Very delicious. The texture is just immaculate. We keep coming back over there. That's my second pick.
Ooh, I love Bingsu, Josh, but unfortunately, that place is no longer open. There are several places to get Bingsu around the city, like Seoul Bingsu. They also have like a Mochi Nut in the same restaurant. So that's a really good spot. And by the way, that condensed milk, that's going to be a running theme here, because all throughout summer, if you just add condensed milk to a cold treat, it works every single time.
Yeah, just put condensed milk on an ice. It's almost ice cream and less heavy. It's great.
True story. Growing up, my brother and I would literally eat cold condensed milk out of a can on a summer day. Yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah, so Filipino dessert called mais con hielo. It's just like, canned corn and you put condensed milk in it and with ice. That's a dessert for Filipinos, and it's fantastic.
Oh man, I need to try that. I know I love that one.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going with my second pick. I've got to take the OG. I got to take Popston. They make some of the best handcrafted popsicles, and they are also starting to do a lot of ice cream flavors. They're going to do a lot of collaborations throughout the summer. Anytime like an artist comes here, a musical artist, they'll do an ice cream based on that artist. They did a Bad Bunny flavor before. They're constantly changing their menu up, and their location in the East End now is so good. It's so big. You've got so many options. But if you can't get out there, I swear they are like at every major event still with their popsicle carts, and they keep changing up the flavor so much with the popsicles that you'll always get something new when you're around the city of Houston. I love supporting them. So number two, I'm going popsicles and ice cream from Popston.
Yeah, shout out to Jonathan. He's a buddy of mine. Always run into him at the White Oak Music Hall when you go to a concert, and it makes the experience so much better knowing that you can get a handcrafted popsicle from Jonathan at a concert. It's great.
It's so cool to see how they've built that business up from 2016, I believe, is when they first started, and then the brick and mortar, and now they are just like one of the OGs. It's so cool.
Yeah, love it. Love those people.
All right, Josh, your third pick. What do you got?
Number 3, gelato. I go with Dolce Neve. Yeah. If you want like authentic, real gelato, Dolce Neve produces out of Austin. They have like 3 shops there and 1 shop here in Houston. Their gelato is just unreal. Using local ingredients, using Texas ingredients specifically. Highly recommend. Shout out to Marco and his team. You gotta go to Dolce Neve.
Okay, I'm kind of mad at you, Josh. You took one of my picks, man. That gelato is so good, not only because of their flavors. As you mentioned, they're always updating seasonal flavors, but their goat cheese and pecan, oh, I dream about that. Anything with goat cheese in ice cream has become a go-to for me, and it just always, always hits. Such a good place, and I'm going to help you make this pick even better. I'm all about going to another place while you're at a place, especially in the summer. Pinkerton's barbecue is right there. So you go eat at Pinkerton's, walk right over to Dolce Neve, and now you feel a little bit better walking, and you get that ice cream afterwards as well.
Yeah. After a very heavy meal, hit it with something refreshing. Dolce Neve's sorbets aren't a joke either. Their sorbetos are awesome. served at the right temperature. It's just amazing product overall.
Nothing says a Texas road trip like heading to the cowboy capital of the world, Bandera, Texas. You can see world-class rodeo competitions at the Riding on Faith 2025 Summer Series Rodeo. That's every Friday night from May 30th through July 25th at Mansfield Park in Bandera. But there's more to Bandera than cowboys. How about live music almost every night of the week? From big-name headliners to iconic local honky-tonks, Bandera keeps the music playing. You can also ride into adventure. Whether it's on a horse or a Harley, your ride starts in Bandera. And for those of you who are like me and want some nature, you can unplug and reconnect by hiking a scenic trail at one of their 2 state natural areas, Hill Country and Lost Maples, or stargaze under some of Texas's darkest skies. Start planning your road trip now at BanderaCowboyCapital.com. Bandera, Texas. Cowboy dreams begin here. Y'all, the Sunday Scaries are a real thing, and one way I avoid them is by joining my fellow Houstonians for Jazzy Sundays in the Park. This is one of my favorite events because my wife and I get to sit back and take in some great jazz performances while our daughters hang out with kids from across the city. This is truly a community event celebrating H-Town, and it's all free. Jazzy Sundays in the Park is going to be at the Waterworks Lawn at Buffalo Bayou Park all month long before it wraps up for this year's season. Performances are from 5 to 7 p.m., so it's the perfect way to end your weekend on a high note and soak up our city's vibrant culture and jazz heritage. You've got to come check out these great local musicians. So grab a blanket and some chairs, pack your picnics, and head to Jazzy Sundays in the Park. Find the full schedule of performances at buffalobayou.org. That's buffalobayou.org.
Hi, I'm David Plotz, the CEO of CityCast. We've all set health goals: lose weight, exercise more, eat better. But without a plan, those goals often fade. That may have happened to you. It has definitely happened to me. And that's where Prolon comes in. Prolon's 5-day fasting mimicking diet gives you a science-backed, structured approach to stay on track and see real results. And now Prolon is upping their game with the new next-gen 5-day program, delivering the same science-backed benefits in a cleaner, more convenient, and more flavorful format. Prolon is a plant-based nutrition program featuring soups, snacks, and beverages designed to nourish the body while keeping it in a fasting state, triggering cellular rejuvenation and renewal. Next-Gen builds on the original Prolon with 100% organic soups and teas, a richer taste, and ready-to-eat meals. Developed over decades at USC's Longevity Institute and backed by top U.S. medical centers, Prolon has been shown to support biological age reduction, metabolic health, skin appearance, fat loss, and energy. I've been doing the 5-day program, and I feel so much better. I really enjoy the tasty energy bars, the snacks and soups, and the fact that I can enjoy meals, even though the calorie count is super low. The flavors and textures are excellent. An olive oil snack here, broccoli and quinoa soup there, hibiscus tea, a yummy nut bar. It's got the benefits of a 5-day fast, but doesn't have the challenge of doing it with pure liquids. It's a system reset. And also, I know this sounds funny, but it's not. The packaging and directions are fantastic, clear, and well organized and thoughtful. For a limited time, you can be first in line to experience the new Next Gen at special savings. Prolon is offering CityCast listeners 15% off site-wide, plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day program. Just visit prolonlife.com/city. That's PROLONLIFE.com/city to claim your 15% discount and your bonus gift. prolonlife.com/city.
Okay, for my third pick, I'm going to keep it mainstream still. I've got some sneaky picks coming up, but for me, there are a lot of boba shops around the city of Houston, right? There's just so many, but the one that I keep going back to is Kung Fu Tea because they have multiple locations. They're consistently good, and they make my favorite drink of all time when it comes to a refreshing summer drink. And my pick there, here's what you need to order. You get the taro slush, but you got to tell them to blend in Oreos and then throw in their brown sugar wow boba. Now, if you're watching your sugar like I am because I eat a lot of sweets, I get it made with half sugar. So you can tell them just how much sugar you want. I go half sugar. My wife does a quarter sugar. And I'm like, no, let's go at least half, right? Like, look, we're still enjoying something here, but you don't feel as guilty. That drink always hits. It instantly cools me down. You can take it to the beach. You can drive around with it, of course. But man, Kung Fu Tea has been so consistent. I love that place. That's my third pick.
Yeah, I did not expect a boba shop to be on this, but I'll check that out. Taro with Oreos, count me in.
Yeah. But you got to tell them to blend it in because then they'll just throw it in whole Oreos. That's not as good. You got to tell them, make the whole thing a slush. Woo. Josh, we're getting to our final 2 picks here. What do you got number 4 for me?
I got soft serve. I got honey me. Like my main theme here is someone who makes something more involved. My theme for this is very simple because it's very approachable for people to try. So honey me is one of them. They have this what they call true milk soft serve, which is a fantastic base for everything. So they have their true milk soft serve and their matcha. That's the only 2 ice creams that they sell. The honey me is where they top it with a little bit of honey and a piece of honeycomb. The ice cream itself is not that sweet, but the honey is very sweet, so it balances it out. And when you eat it, it's not heavy. It's been one of my favorites in the city so far. So Honey Me is located on the corner of Bel Air and Beltway 8. There's also a bunch of boba shops there. You have the R&B Tea, Sunright, Happy Lemon. Happy Lemon is so unique because they serve the Yakult probiotic in their drinks. It's pretty fantastic if you don't want anything heavy for dessert. Bel Air Boulevard is full of great desserts. There's just so much to get there.
I'm telling you, Josh, I think you could spend a whole day there and still not go through like 5% of the great dessert options. It is the place to be for desserts and just good food, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. And food prices there are like super competitive. You can get lunch there for $10 and you're going to be having 2 meals.
Okay, for my 4th pick, I'm taking a Faluda from Alpha Dessert Juice Cafe on Hillcroft. Now, most South Asian restaurants have Faludas, but this one is the one I keep going back to, and it always hits. A Faluda is an ice cream and milk-based drink that has sev, which is like a really thin noodle. Then you've got jelly, rose syrup blended in, and then on top of that, you get chia seeds and just a little condensed milk sometimes. It's super decadent. Usually you'll need to share it with somebody because it is so big, it's so rich, but it will instantly cool you down. It's flavors that you aren't used to if you haven't grown up in the South Asian restaurant scene, right? And my favorite thing about Alpha Juice Bar is they also have a full juicery there. So you can get a nice refreshing juice if you want. And in the summer, they also have sugarcane juice, which is the ultimate summer juice drink. So I can't recommend this place enough. It's where I go when I'm eating on Hillcroft. But a Faluda from Alpha Dessert Cafe is the thing you need to try if you haven't. All right, Josh, how are you rounding out your cold treats team? What is your 5th pick?
5th pick, a restaurant that might as well be an ice cream shop. Tiny Champions, super unique ice creams that they have there. They have sherry cookies and cream that I adore. Super unique take on a classic cookies and cream ice cream. Their sundaes there, amazing. I can't complain. You have really good pizza. You have really good food. After eating 3 orders of the braised beans, nothing better to top it off with their ice creams. Tiny Champions will be my final pick.
Wow. I have not tried Tiny Champions, but you are selling me on this one. And I know their food keeps getting so many high reviews, but the dessert I did not know about. You got me here.
Oh, yeah. The pastry chef, Julia Duran, super talented. Their desserts are immaculate. Aside from the great food program and drink program, if you do that thing, it's a great overall restaurant for me.
Nice. I will check him out for sure. Okay, my 5th pick, and this could have easily been my first pick, but getting a paleta from Raspa Delicias in Houston is my final pick. But there's so many different Raspa spots, which are just snow cones, by the way. I know there's so many, and we could have picked 100 of them. But the reason I picked this one is because it's right next door to Tacos Doña Elena. So you can literally walk over, get a birria taco if you want, and then cool down with a raspa or a paleta from there. Now, you can get both, but I always go with the mango ichimoy paleta, and they have so many different unique flavors. They are so fresh, and the price is unbeatable. Like, look, a lot of gourmet popsicles, you're paying near $5. You're not paying that over here at Raspas Delicias. And the service is great. Tag team it. You get tacos and then walk right over. As a fifth pick, I think this could have easily been a first pick. So I don't know. This is going to be a tough one to beat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, affordability, you can't beat it. And, you have good experiences and what's around it. You can't beat that.
Okay, Josh, those are our picks. Our teams are set. Cold treats to enjoy this summer in Houston. Josh, that was so much fun, man. Thank you so much for giving all these great picks. Continued success to you. And don't be a stranger. Come back here on the podcast, okay?
Yeah, invite me back and I'll be here.
That was Josh De Leon. You can check out Underground Creamery with the link in our show notes, along with all of the spots we talked about. Help us grow the show by sharing this episode with 3 of your friends who love sweet treats. Heck, y'all can start planning an outing and meet at one of these places. Also, drop us a rating and review wherever you listen, and please subscribe to CityCast Houston if you haven't. Get more Houston news, restaurant picks, and events in our daily newsletter, Hey Houston, at houston.citycast.fm. That will do it for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new.
Am I tripping? Like they have an app, right? on Apple?
Yeah, on iPhone.
Yeah.